Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV. How the heck are you? I don't know if it's 74 degrees. I think that's what my car said when I got home. Y'all, I shouldn't be bragging because one of my favorite chumpettes sent me a video of just a complete whiteout where she lives. It was 26 degrees. Yes, it is 74 degrees and sunny outside. It was chilly this morning, but that's why I have a sweatshirt on. I have my, what is this? Miramar Beach hoodie? Sweatshirt? Yeah, I don't like hoodies. Anyways, I hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me live. It is so much more fun. Please get comfortable in comments. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed. It would all mean the world to me. And if you're watching or listening as a podcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it so much. Ew, wait. Oh, Anne Marie, raining and freezing in Scotland. Ew. Wait, okay. I was just catching up on my DMs and okay, LL says, oh, first of all, we have so much to chat about. John Hill tells us about a Salt Lake City housewife that was flirting with him. Andy Cohen gets reamed for some comments he made yesterday about the gym, things they said about Bethany Frankel, shading Ryan Seacrest, Andy Dick. I'll update you on that. Jen Shah just got released. I just got the video of that. They had sent it earlier, but I just saw my DM. I was volunteering at the food bank this morning. Anyway, so I just made a quick Instagram and TikTok on that. Then, of course, we'll chat episode 2 of Vanderpump Rules. And what was Salt Lake's? Where are my notes for? Oh, there. I was like, where are my notes for Salt? Girl, I got a lot of notes for Salt Lake City, season 6, episode 13. But I did get a DM. I'm never caught up in my DMs, but I did just read one basically telling me, I guess Kelly Doll, which that girl has me blocked, so I can't see them, which, I'm probably the only one talking about Kelly Dodd. Like, she should probably want me to see her shit and talk about her. She doesn't care if it's good or bad. But anyways, LL says, has anyone seen the latest video that Kelly Dodd has done? Somebody was telling me about elephants, and then she was showing like cock or roosters that are raised for cockfighting. Basically, a lot of stuff that should be getting her canceled. And I'm like, I don't even feel like some people, like the younger reality stars, like Vanderpump Rules season or, part 2.0. I feel like they know to be dramatic and they know to like say things that are alarming, but you really can get canceled in this game very quickly. You might come back, you know what I mean? What's the comedian, Kathy, the redhead, she got canceled years ago for, I don't know, some Trump bloody head, something like that. Roseanne Barr. A lot of people have been canceled and then kind of subtly made. Alec Baldwin sorry, Luna's licking herself and it's really loud. What you licking yourself for? You want to say hi to Luna? Luna, what you licking yourself for? Oh, licky licky. Say hi. Y'all say hi to Luna. Anyways, I don't feel like Kelly and Rick even know. I don't even think they have the wherewithal to know that they're doing and posting and saying horrifically obnoxious stuff. Like, I just don't even think they know. And give me a break. Don't get me wrong. I think zoos are a touchy thing, circuses with animals. I mean, there's a lot of things that we all feel a little bit differently about now. You know what I mean? But zoos do help people have an understanding of animals. They get to see them more up close. There's a learning curve to it, but riding a wild, elephant that, is probably raised just for that. It's just like these carriage rides in New York City or everywhere where the horses just look so sad and everything. It was something that we used to be able to do, and now we just know more, so we do better. You know what I mean? What else were they? I'd have to read the DM to see what they were all saying, but there were several things. It was on Instagram. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to find it fast. But what video are you talking about? Because I don't know. She's done where she admits that she hits Jolie. I think I saw that a long time ago. I definitely know where she talked about pissing her off or something like that. Oh, Lisa loves the new Vanderpump Rules. Come on, sexy new young people. I love that. My videos, which videos? I don't know. My videos are always on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, everywhere at Sarah from Texas podcast. She's done one since the elephant one. Well, I can't see her because she's got me blocked on Instagram and TikTok. Let me see if she unblocked me on TikTok. I doubt it. She had only blocked me on that one somewhat recently because I saw about a week or so ago she was live on my TikTok and it just came up even though I don't follow her. No, I think she still got me blocked.
Girls are mean to their moms. Okay? So, people need to look at their own families and stop judging me on one side. Do I feel bad about it?
Wait.
I do.
Okay, this is something that just came up. Chai Spilla.
You don't get to do that when you're paying for everything. She did something so awful to me, and that's why I left that message. No one understands the context of it. So if
somebody told me, I'm going to repost this. I haven't watched this all. I literally just put up Kelly Dodd and that came on, so it's somewhat new. But somebody said that account, Chai, whatever, is her brother Eric. I don't know. It's 2 people have sent me that like a week ago. I have no idea if it is. I know her brother Eric has no problem talking about the goings on of Kelly Dodd in regards to her mom, in regards to her daughter. And I absolutely think he could have a fake Insta, a la, what was the one called that Monica from Salt Lake City did? What was that one called? Anyways, where it's a fake person, LL says, I tried to send a link, but it didn't work. It's on Reddit. I don't do Reddit. If anybody wants to see, called Reddit Rats, REDDITRATS number 2. So anyways, yeah, she's blocked me, so I can't look at it. I'll try to look at it when we're done. Okay, real quick, John Hill, I want to make a video of this. I just haven't had time. Been busy. First of all, he did the video. He did a song. He did a whole Friday night with Brittany Bateman from Salt Lake City in New York. There's no videos of him. Like, he is a trained musical theater dude. Like, I want to see him singing with Brittany, but all I see is Brittany singing, with the housewives, with her daughter Olivia, with Jared. So on Friday night, John Hill was supposed to do Friday and Saturday night with Brittany Bateman's cabaret show. He had a very close friend from high school, like his best friend from high school, passed away suddenly. So he didn't do the Saturday night one. He flew home to Texas to attend her funeral and the memorial and everything. But there's no videos of them at all. But he talked about it on Radio Andy. Was it Monday or Tuesday show? I can't remember which. But basically, he says all the girls were so drunk. He was like, they were so drunk. They really showed up. Angie K was flirting with him so hard. He actually felt like, I think he could have got some from her. Oh, Annie. Hey, Annie. Girl, it's in the kitchen right now. But I just want you to say, I just want to tell you, I brought I brought the coffee mug that you sent to me like a year ago that has the flowers and the S on there. I was still drinking my coffee, so I brought it to the food bank today when I was volunteering. When I tell you, every person that walked by, I was in the produce station today, helping someone. When everyone walked by, they're like, "Oh my God, I love your coffee mug, Sarah." I'm like, "Thanks, a friend got it for me." So thank you. I sent you a picture this morning with it because it was, anyways. Yes. The way I see 8 says Kelly Dodd knows the name of the game. Get views, more engagement, more sponsoring opportunities, and money. She loves to rant because people fall for the trick. I don't disagree with that. And I totally understand that. But I do think she's just a despicable person, even deep down inside. You know what I mean? Like, I think she really says that nonsense and believes it. You know what I mean? Yeah, LL says she was bragging about how many views she's had in 30 days. Yeah. SMAZC says, I saw the coffee mug and asking where can I buy one. Wasn't it so cute? Annie, let her know where you got it from. It's probably somewhere from Orlando. Anyways, but I want to see some videos. So if anyone has I've come across so many videos of the cabaret. So we know that they weren't going around to people saying, hey, put your phones down, no videoing, what have you, because there's so many videos. But I would love to see something of John Hill. I would love to hear him sing, because I haven't seen John Hill's live show. I wish I had bought a ticket from so the 2023 BravoCon that I went to in Las Vegas. John Hill was doing a show, but it overlapped almost, or maybe it was so close after the Amy Phillips show. And I think it was in a different area. I don't remember what it was, but I couldn't justify buying a ticket. I think I would have just missed something else. You know what I mean? Annie says, no, Sarah, all the podcasts are talking about Kelly Dodd, Up and Adam, Bravo, breaking news. You're not the only one. Well, I mean, I'd be talking about it too if I could see the videos. But I guess that you'll have to screen record it and send it to me, because when you send me the links, you think you can, but it comes up to me as it's a blocked video because I can't look at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should have bought the live stream ticket, but I had plans Friday night. Christina says there were live stream tickets for the Saturday show, but I didn't buy. Oh, just the Saturday show, not the Friday night one? How interesting. Maybe, I don't know. Why wouldn't she sell it to the Friday night one also? That is interesting. Anyways. Okay. So on Mondays, I think it was, maybe it was Tuesdays, I can't remember, Andy Cohen Live. Andy brings up the margarita lady. And y'all know that's only Bethany Frankel that he's talking about. He won't even say her name anymore. I made a video about this. It is on my social media everywhere at Sarah from Texas Podcast. But if you missed it, I think the last time they've spoken or seen each other for sure was at the December 5th, 2022 Watch What Happens Live that I was in the audience for when Bethany Frankel and Jeff Lewis were on. Everything looked fine. They're giggling, they're laughing during commercial breaks. Brynn came out and sat on her lap at one point. I mean, it was all fine. Well, since then, it all went to hell, because basically that's when Bethany Frankel kept saying that she was going to bring Bravo down, and she had some information, and she was basically trying to get the reality TV stars like healthcare and what do you call it, residuals, basically to make money. If they're still airing like season 1 of New York, none of those ladies make any money. But I think Bethany might have it. I don't know the details in her contract, but it's been known as the Bethany clause, where she took it out where Bravo or production could get a cut of any products that she made because of the show or promoted on the show. Everyone else has that in there. So they're having to give Bravo a cut. And Bethany was like, I'm taking that out. Like, I'm going to stick up for myself. But when all the reality reckoning stuff was going on, she was very vocal about thinking that she was almost teasing that she was going to get all these reality stars to come out and talk about it and do maybe like a class action suit. I don't think anything came of it. But clearly, Andy Cohen had strong feelings about that, because it's a complete attack against Bravo and production and him personally. Basically, yeah, it sucks donkey balls if you get taken advantage of. But how many people have been taken advantage of at their companies, or they signed a contract that they didn't read or they didn't understand? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but at the end of the day, learn from it and do better. Like, I like that Bethany was not just out for herself. I like that she was thinking about others and trying to change the trajectory of where reality TV should go. Because she's like, look, these people, especially, like, she didn't mention these, but I'm just saying, like, TLC, the We Network, whatever it's called, We Channel, what are the other ones? Whatever these other ones that might have smaller ones, they're absolutely taking advantage. They're of their reality TV stars. It's not until they do a season or 2 or 3 or a big something happens like Scandival where they've got some negotiating power, right? If the network is making tons of money off you, you're going to have some negotiation power. Whereas if you're just kind of a measly whatever, they're going to be like, I don't know, I'm making up numbers. We're going to pay you $500 an episode. And other people are getting paid a lot more. So Bethany was trying to help out with that. But coming at Bravo and Andy Cohen and the Housewives, franchises like a rabid animal the way she did, just wasn't going to go over well for her. So anyways, the whole joke is they're basically dogging her Architectural Digest home of her Florida house. And, you know, she even responded to it last week saying, I love that y'all are saying that there's Wayfair and Home Goods stuff everywhere. She's like, there's not one of those items in my house, but there's nothing wrong with those businesses that are like billion-dollar businesses or what have you. But they're not, those products aren't in there. I haven't looked at all the pictures. I need to search that up online. I've seen videos of her recently, as recent as yesterday, where she's like showing this TV on the wall and like an armoire. I mean, it's not my jam, but I have seen her do some houses. And somebody commented on my video, like, oh, she's outsourcing that. She's not the one doing that. Well, who cares? I mean, I outsource my home interior also, meaning I have a lady that helps me, but I'm paying her, like I'm paying for her professionalism. But at the end of the day, it's me that picks out and agrees to the prices or the fabric or the style. So at the end of the day, it's all my look. It's just I'm paying, you know, her to do it for me, which is fine. But she definitely made a video about like how much money she makes off each house and that she's doing it for an investment only. And which means she may not do the house the way she wants it done. Like if I were flipping a house, which I clearly have no interest in or talent, if I were flipping a house, I would have to do it very differently than I would want because I'm a very classic French country, more minimalist, what have you. That's more my comfortable vibe, but I would have to do it in whatever the current trends are because that's what would appeal to the most people to make money. Um, you're not wrong, Cecile. Cecile says Bethany can afford to make waves. I think it just makes her more money. Absolutely. When people dog her for her makeup videos and her products and her whatever, so I just read a comment on my YouTube where somebody was kind of dogging that someone was praising her charity work for Be Strong. And somebody said, oh, don't praise her for that. She's just the celebrity face of her charity. You know, she's not the one. And I'm like, but if she's taking her time and using her platform and her celebrity and her notoriety to help a charity in, you know, hurricanes and storms and all sorts of things with Be Strong, then that is a good thing. Like nobody's going to give a shit about me promoting something. Although, I mean, I've done so much in my neighborhood over the last 15, 20 years that I am known, not like Bethany Frankel, but I am known and my friends trust me and the community trusts me that if you send me $50 to help buy pizzas after COVID or during COVID, I'm going to show receipts of ordering those pizzas and having them delivered to the hospitals because I did that and probably collected well over $10,000 for pizzas. But anyways, Bethany has a huge audience. And if she is using that to help other people in getting donations and money, then that's a good thing for sure. But the problem is people were taking, you know, production and all that was taking advantage of people. And she was trying to speak up for that. It's just the way she went about it really pissed Andy Cohen off. So, but they clearly had thoughts on her house. They just weren't really saying it. They were kind of not milk. What's it called when you dance around some things? I'll tell you one thing that really pissed off some people that he didn't dance around, and he doubled down on that today on Andy Cohen Live. But yesterday, Andy brings up something about Ryan Seacrest. First of all, a lot of you let me know that Ryan Seacrest had recently lost his dad to cancer, and I'd sort of forgotten that. I'd kind of heard it, but forgotten it. But Andy was like, what is up? They'd just been talking about plastic surgery and the BLEF surgery on men in particular and how it can change the look of you if you get it done too early when you don't need it. So they were kind of alluding to Ryan Seacrest without saying his name. Andy was like, what is up with the host of Wheel of Fortune? And John was like, yeah, it's gross. It's, you know, whatever. It's startling or something like that. But they never really said. So I go to Ryan Seacrest's video Instagram to look and see like what's going on. Clearly he looks the same to me. He's always been a very fit, thin person. I guess he's maybe lost a little weight. Clearly his Instagram is video I think video is a much easier way to tell if something's real or not. If it's a picture, I feel like it could be filtered, it could be AI'd, what have you. They're talking about his cheekbones and how frail he looks and thin that he looks. But then a chump that reminded me, well, a lot of you reminded me about his dad having cancer and how he lost him recently, but how she had lost a bunch of weight when she has lost loved ones in her life. And it wasn't because she wanted to or had the weight to lose, she was grieving. So if Andy and John were kind of putting down him and didn't realize that he had lost his dad and that it could be a grieving process and just how he's, struggling with that loss, very insensitive, right? But honestly, when I looked at it, it wasn't like he had lost 50 pounds. Maybe he's lost 20 pounds that he didn't have to lose, but he didn't look frail or sickly. He's clearly showing a video of him a day in a life. This was just on yesterday's Instagram of Ryan Seacrest. A whole day in the life. I mean, he's clearly working his tail off, very active, working out, eating healthy foods, all the things. I mean, there's nothing to be worried about him with. It's not like his face looks terrible or I don't know. I didn't think he looked terrible. Um, I did, Annie. Oh, it's out. Annie says, don't forget to put little Luna's Christmas pillow out for Christmas. Girl, that thing is out on my chair. It is out. I'll post a picture of it on Instagram soon. But one thing he didn't really talk about that, but on today's Andy Cohen Live, Jordan was like, oh my God, you got reamed for all the sweaters you've been wearing lately. Like nobody likes the sweaters you're wearing. They keep voting out on Radio Andy Insta. Uh, but he's like, you got a lot of reaction and it was negative about you talking about straight guys and their bodies and how they don't take care of themselves. And it grosses you out at the gym. And Andy was like, oh, yeah. And he totally doubles down. He's like, no, 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 I was body shaming. I mean, Jordan is like, well, maybe you and I went kind of hard. We didn't really, it might have come across as body shaming. And Andy's like, no, I was absolutely body shaming. I was basically sticking up for women that have to deal with stinky, nasty men, straight men that don't take care of themselves like the gay men community does. I mean, it was go back and listen. It was rough. You know what I mean? But Andy is like, I'm not going to back down. Y'all, when I tell you I'm pulling a Meredith, my hair, I need to wash it so bad. This is like day 6. Wait, today's Wednesday? No, I do think I don't know. It's gross. It's so greasy. Like I totally I need to color it. I need to wash it. I need to put it down and flat iron it. And, I need to throw some makeup. I need to do all the things. Anyways, I got it in Naples, Florida, personalized. If you'd like me to send you one, just give me your info. I'd love to gift you. I don't know who she's talking to. No, I see that a lot. Erica says, Andy Cohen gives me the creeps. Anyone else, am I alone? I don't think you are. They get a lot of slack. John Hill gets a lot of slack for his slurs against women. He's crossed a line when he's talked about Kelly Dodd and some others. But like they said on yesterday's Andy Cohen Live, we're 2 gay men. So we're going to have thoughts about things that affect us. So if you're listening to 2 gay guys on a radio show, maybe you're not going to agree with everything that we say. You know what I mean? So it was kind of interesting. Yes, it's true because they're both New Year's Eve hosts. So the way I see 8 says Andy was just being petty, probably because he lost out a job to Ryan Seacrest. I mean, can you imagine that they're probably both up for similar jobs? Like, I don't know if Andy Cohen would have wanted Wheel of Fortune, but that Wheel of Fortune gig is pretty damn good. They film like, I don't know what it is, 6 or 8 shows in a day. I think they only work 33 days out of the year and just film everything. They go on site to like Hawaii and film stuff. It's a pretty good gig. That's why it's one of the 10 jobs or however many jobs that Ryan Seacrest has because he's able to do that. So, what does that mean? Interesting SLDWBD. What the heck does that mean, Cecile? I don't know. I mean, SLD says, I think they just don't like straight men. Well, I mean, I think they have a lot of friends that are straight, but Andy basically says, I wasn't necessarily putting down straight men at the gym as much as I was sticking up for women that have to put up with their crap and not taking care of themselves. And I'm like, I mean, even TMZ talked about this and it was kind of funny. SLDWB. I don't know what that means. SLDWB. I don't know what that means, Erica. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Anyways, what else? Okay, Andy Dick, long time. Yeah. Let's hope he hasn't passed away since I've been on air. Let's look at TMZ and see if there's any updates. So he is a comedian that's been around a long time, lots of issues. There's video now. I reposted on my Instagram. I kind of thought I shouldn't have, and I probably shouldn't have. Whoever Jimmy Neutron star Jeff Garcia, he passed away at age 50. That's very young.
Extremely ordinary.
I can't go to things for the general public because there's an immediate.
I remember I was like,
sorry, I got distracted listening to Elon Musk. Anyways, okay, so I don't see an update about him yet, but this is the video. Andy Dick, he's slumped over, totally ODing on drugs, they said. It's very, very sad. You can't even see that it's him. You just see the gray hair, but clearly they're saying Andy, and probably, you know, they probably sold this video to TMZ and they're giving it to him, giving it to them. I don't know that I've seen an update yet. Oh, SLDW. Oh, someone's name. Yes. Sorry, y'all. I thought y'all were so sad. I mean, look at him. He is just lifeless. It's awful. Anyway, so prayers for him. I can't even, you know, I don't think he was ever married or had kids, but, you know, he has parents, siblings probably. Yeah, very sad. I mean, has anyone heard anything from Andy Dick in years? He was really, wasn't he good friends with Kathy, the redhead comedian? That was Andy Dick, a comedian. Yeah, on TMZ. Yeah. Anyways, okay, Jen Shah. Did I already talk about her? I'm forgetting because I did the video. I did just get picture. I'm a video of well, like I said, I'd have to look at the Instagram and see what time it was, but let's see. Okay, here's her. I'm just going to show you the video on YouTube. Can you see it? It looks like Coach Shah from behind. They're hugging her. She's got glasses on, like a gray bike shorts type thing and a t-shirt. Looks like she's carrying like a box of her things. She gives a long hug to one of the sons. Then she gives a long hug to the other son. Her sons are now 31 and 21 years old. So they're not releasing the information about where she's going after this. She got out in 33 months, but it was supposed to be a 6.5 year prison thing. She was in Texas, y'all. She was only a few hours from me, near College Station, basically near where Texas A&M is. But the rumor is that she might be going to sort of a halfway house, which sounds to me like psychiatric, but I don't think it is. I don't know what halfway house to me always sounds like somebody that needs mental health care. I don't know that she needs mental health care. I think it's a way for her to maybe have a job and be out of the prison system, but also be still serving her time. I know she's still supposed to pay restitution to all these people that she had a hand in swindling money from. I don't know what she's going to do to make money, though. I mean, even if Coach Shah, does anyone know if Coach Shah currently works? He was a football coach at, I think, University of Utah or something like that. Very interesting. I think a halfway house is normal for leaving prison for them to reacclimate into society, Erica says. Okay. I don't know. I just always hear of people like being dumped off at a bus stop or something. Is that not even true? I don't even know what's true. I hope I never find out, really. Anyways, okay. Did we talk about Angie K? Yes, we did. I think I remember. sad that I can't even remember what we talk about with. I get so excited to chat with y'all that I'm like, did I chat about that or did I just write the notes down? Anyways, okay, let's talk Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Then we'll chat Vanderpump Rules from last night. Both come on Tuesday nights. Angie K is dripping in her Greek culture, which is, I'm like, go back to Greece then. If you want to live, people that really, I mean, I'm like, she's so over the top about Greece. And I'm like, but you live in America. Like it just, it rubs me the wrong way. But it almost sounds like she's putting down America because she's plumping up Greece so much. I'm like, then go back and live there if you think it's so fantastic. You know what I mean? Like the Greek glasses, the Greek pants, the Greek flag, the blue and white everywhere. It's like so freaking over the top. So she's hosting this cast trip for all of them. Like even Brittany was invited, which I think she's still a friend of, right? I don't even know. I don't know if she pays for this. I really do think they don't get money reimbursed from that. So when it says Angie's cast trip, because I think she is paying for all this, which they weren't directly on the beach. They were in these kind of bungalow things, like 20 minutes from the beach. But anyways, okay. I did see Meredith's daughter, Chloe. So obviously we know that her son, Brooks, is shown more on the show. And he was also cast on Next Gen New York City. So we've heard him talk. Chloe, we've only seen, 5 or 10 times maybe total since Salt Lake City started. She talks just like Meredith. I mean, so slow. And I don't know. I mean, I can't even do it. So crazy. Cecile says, I so want to go to Greece. I got to make it happen. Well, I want to go to Greece after seeing it. And then after I saw like the sunset and all the white buildings on the cliff and then the pastel lights that were lighting up so pretty. And then, yeah. And then when Whitney fell and busted her ass, I was like, well, maybe I don't want to go there. If y'all got like cobblestone streets, you're going to fall on. But anyways, it's crazy. Okay. Lisa was so annoying. I think even John was annoyed when she's like packing. You can see like the Gucci bags, the Chanel. And she's like, oh my God, I've still got to go through like 60, I don't even know what she said, Yves Saint Laurent or something, Chanel bags. Why are you going through 60 bags to pack up a trip for Greece? Like clearly we can see that you went shopping. We know that you did. We know that you planned these outfits. We know that you booked, glam. The thing is, she gets glam every day. She's like, she even tells the lady in Greece, I get my makeup done every single day, every day. And even the lady was like, wow. Now I have seen Lisa in person at BravoCon at really up close at Jeff Lewis's little event that he had. And she's beautiful. I don't know if you get your makeup done every day, you would know all the current tricks. If I got my makeup done once a month, I would at least know what colors they were putting on me, what foundation looked best, what they were recommending, what the trends are. Am I doing brown eyeliner? Am I doing a green eyeliner? What mascara to wear? I would know all that. Like, why does she need to pay someone every day? It's fine, but I really don't think she has the money for this. Like, I think it's going to come out that they are spending hand over foot money that they don't have. She did. Okay. Erica says, you can tell that Lisa doesn't know how to do her own makeup. She looked terrible at the dinner straight after their flight. So straight after the flight, they go straight from the flight, 2 days of traveling from, so I don't know geography, but they're in Salt Lake City. So all the way across the US and then wherever Greece is. So I don't even know. Or are they closer and they went the other way around the world? I don't know. I don't plan to know geography. But it was 2 days of traveling that they said. They literally get off the Sprinter van and go straight to a super fancy restaurant. I'm like, didn't you want a shower? Like they're talking about, oh, do you smell the fresh sea air? I'm like, maybe it was y'all. Like maybe y'all just stink. Like maybe you got funk and the deodorant had run off the day before and you need to take a quick shower to go to this nice restaurant. It's one thing if they drove through McDonald's and then they were going to the hotel or wherever they were at, this, casitos or whatever, to hang out. But to go to a nice restaurant, I mean, Brittany's yawning. Lisa's makeup looked blotchy. It looked like her face, her self tanner was all mismatched. Who else looked bad? I mean, Bronwyn looked like she had just gotten out of the shower. Her hair's like greased back and short. I'm not opposed to people not having makeup on. It's just that we see them with the glam, even driving in their cars all the time. So they start looking unattractive because they don't have the eyelashes and the makeup and the hair and Lisa's listening while she's working here at the bakery. I can't tell you what that is. The bakery shop. I don't think I could say that word on YouTube. I know. T with Tambo says, I want to know how much that makeup artist makes. Well, I mean, at least she hired someone local instead of flying them with her. But remember when she was throwing a hissy fit in, where was that, Palm Springs? And she was like, took her glam with her. I'm like, you can't throw some makeup on or ask one of the girls to help you out with it? Yes, Whitney has red hair. Oh, I like her with blonde hair. I don't love the red hair on her. And I was born a redhead, orange hair, if you will, carrot top, complete carrot top till I was like 2 years old. Then it went white. And now it's just going gray. But anywho, gray blonde. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So Cecile, this is why Lisa is getting ragged on by everyone, but she's all about the glam and everything. Everyone else is doing their own makeup. They all have like an hour to get ready to this nice dinner that and to see the sunset that Angie wanted to show them. But they had like an hour to get ready from the beach. So, they were, even though it seemed cold at the beach, they probably had sand in their butt. I mean, their hair probably they needed to shower. You know what I mean? They needed to get ready. Lisa's not even ready. She doesn't apologize. She doesn't text Angie and say, hey, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to be longer. Nothing. No consideration at all. She didn't even let Meredith know that she was running late. Even Meredith was like, where is she? She's like, she's still in glam, like waving and taking pictures like it's no big deal. Super disrespectful, seeing as how Angie is hosting this trip. She loves her country. She's getting her Greek citizen, wait, is she getting her U.S. citizenship? Yeah. Or her Greek citizen. I don't know. I can't even keep up. Her U.S. citizenship because she was born in Greece. Or no, I don't know. Somebody remind me. Ooh, I love that. Erica says, you know what they say. Money talks and wealth whispers. Lisa's always talking, always shouting and putting down. It was so gross. It was so gross. Anyways, so weird. The whole thing was just petty. And I'm sort of here for it, just like Bronwyn. The fact that like Heather apparently somebody got into a fight, I guess. Who got into a fight? Bronwyn and Lisa maybe got into a fight that we didn't see at the airport about Cartier watches. And who owns what? Who owns a Porsche? How many Porsches? Who's copying who? Lisa did a pretty good dig, basically saying that, Bronwyn's been watching her for years on TV. Basically, you're not an OG Salt Lake City housewife. I'm like, okay. But so basically saying that she copied her with a Cartier watch. She's like, I've had a Cartier watch for years, like seriously. But then Heather and Whitney go and buy a Cartier watch at the duty-free store. It's kind of funny. I'm not kidding. I made a video about it. I did order. Did I make a video? I think I just posted the picture. When I saw Bronwyn's Slut for Deviled Eggs sweatshirt, I was like, I need this. I need this in my life. I'm going to wear this. I can't wait to get it. It was like $40 on Amazon with shipping, but she's going to be mine now. It was so cute. It was so gross. Oh, it was Lisa and Angie. It wasn't, anyways, Lisa and Angie were arguing who owns what. Lisa just seems snobby and petty. At one point, she's like, well, I'm not going to talk about that. And then she goes into all these things of, how the car she owns, and mine's a 2025 and mine's the color that nobody else has. And whatever. I know. Christina says, I want that sweatshirt too. It's so cute. It's in my Amazon storefront. So I need to know if I'm a dingbat or not. So Mary lets us know all the shapes of faces. And basically, if you have a certain shape of face, then you're a dingbat. And if not, you have a certain shape and you're very smart. Like, you know a lot of stuff. I forget what she was saying, but I was looking at my face last night and I think I'm a dingbat, which I'm not saying I'm not. I don't claim to be an intellectual, but it's kind of weird. Yes. Erica says, but when Lisa says, Angie is so petty, then at the table, Lisa starts ranting about her Porsche's 2025 and how I have the only color. Yeah, it was so dumb. So dumb. Watford Fella says, I'm joining from Ottawa, Canada. We're getting, wait, what's a centimeter? I mean, I know what a centimeter, how is it in far as inches? Do y'all not talk about inches? Y'all do centimeters up there? We're getting 20 centimeters of snow today. In a centimeter smaller than an inch? So maybe is that like 4 inches? I don't really know. Welcome. Y'all tell me, Mimir extraordinaire. My first time catching Sarah live. Shout out. Welcome. Y'all let her know. Her, him, they. Welcome. Okay. That gorgeous sand beach, that really made me want to go to Greece. I was like, that is so pretty, but the water was so cold. I don't know what month they went, but you can tell based on what they're wearing. At the restaurant, they give them blankets to stay warm. Like the beach water was cold, but then they're wearing like bathing suits and sundresses. I really couldn't tell what time they went to. You know what I mean? Oh, Annie's so sweet. You always look beautiful. Don't knock yourself. Dirty hair and everything. I love that. Yeah. She's pretty though in all the typical ways. She's very attractive and pretty. Christina says, I'd like to know what names Lisa Barlow was called growing up that she has to use glam every day. And that's kind of what I made a video of it, but it's sad that Heather Gay had to say that, but she kind of said everything we were talking about, right? Let's see what Heather said. It was kind of funny.
To be crippled with that type of insecurity about my physical appearance, but alone, but confidence and insecurity are not a problem for Lisa Barlow.
I mean, it's true though. The fact that you're paying for someone to do your makeup every single day on like a Tuesday, a Sunday, a Wednesday, like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm more. Cecile says, I like Whitney's glam. 5 minutes, do it yourself. And she did it with Heather's makeup. She didn't even use the stuff she loves, the color schemes that she loves. She used Heather's makeup and was like, I'm good. I need to watch What Happens Live from last night. I know it wasn't live because I already know they filmed it a few days ago because what's his name? Matt, who was on it with her? The guy I love. Didn't you all think, Lisa says, didn't you all think Heather Gay looked so good last night on Watch What Happens Live? Better than ever. I mean, she is a pretty woman, and as much as she got a lot of slack for kind of saying, chubby girl, whatever she said, chubby girls have, skinny girls have more fun or whatever she said, because she was, a little heavier than your typical housewife the first season or two. And then she admittedly got like $200,000 worth of different cosmetic surgery, and she's on the weight loss shot. So she's lost a lot of weight, but she's like, look, as much as, I didn't want to be like the champion for, heavy set housewives. You know what I mean? Oh, she's joining from Canada also. Mimir Extraordinaire is in Northern Canada. Shout out. Hey. You are not. Lisa says, I'm an old lady, 64 years old, living in Louisville, Kentucky. I hate it here, but I love being in this YouTube group. Perfect. We love you, Lisa, in Kentucky. And you're near your grandbaby. So there's nothing wrong with living in Kentucky, right? Anyways. Okay, what else? At the end, it comes back to Lisa and Meredith, and Whitney brings it up, starts crying, like, we're all fighting basically because Lisa was so mean to Bronwyn on the plane. I'm like, enough already. She is not going to admit anything. She's not going to apologize. She's not going to say that she's the problem. I heard a clip. I saw a clip from Watch What Happens Live yet because I haven't watched it yet. That Heather Gay says something like she's going to give the reason why there's no video from the plane, but I think she says she was waiting to save that for the reunion. So maybe. Okay, let me know. Are you still watching Salt Lake City? I mean, everyone's acting like this is the best season and the best franchise of ever. And I'm like, I mean, it's not. I guess Beverly Hills and some old school New York City, those are always going to be some of my favorites. I don't know that Salt Lake City is ever going to move, especially with the Monica, the Von Tees of it all. Like, I just think it's gross that she was, doing, and she admitted doing this fan account and being behind it and posting and reposting negative stuff about her castmates, and the fact that she was doing that before she was even cast. Like, she was planning to bring them down in which is interesting because the freaking Instagram account only had like 1,000 or 3,000 followers at the time. It wasn't that big. So yes, Lisa says, don't forget that I'm Harlow's birdie grandma. I love that. Isn't Harlow such a pretty name for a girl? I love that. Anyways, okay, let's talk Vanderpump Rules, season 12, episode 2. I did a poll, and most people are saying episode 2 wasn't any better than episode 1. Now, I thought it was, but you kind of had to get through the muck to get through it. You have to get to Audrey's 22nd birthday party celebration, where she's getting a lap dance by another guy that works at SUR. At the same time, 6 feet away, if that, 2 others, Kim and Natalie, are like sobbing. And, Natalie's boyfriend had just said that he was falling out of love with her, like in front of everyone at the party. And they're not even paying attention at all. So the fact that this camera guy, whoever it was he shooting Audrey getting the lap dance and shooting them? Because then you see this up close, and it's like Audrey's later in a confessional, like, I don't even know what they're talking about, but I'm just having fun at my birthday. I'm getting a lap dance by this cute guy. Like, I'm good. Cecile says Vanderpump Rules is not worth my time. I sort of get it. I do think it's good. I do think the guy with long hair, Venus, I do think he's cuter than I thought. His apartment is very nice, so he must not make all of his money from SUR unless he just picks up a lot of shifts. He's a manifestation coach, so I'm assuming he makes a lot more money from that because his apartment was pretty nice. Also, everyone's apartment is pretty nice. Like, nobody has like the dingy apartment like the Toms had, like I want season 1. Like, I want that. I want to see them building up. Instead, it's like you see them already. They probably rented these apartments, or they're filming at their friend's apartment. You know what I mean? It's probably not even theirs. I mean, literally, Venus's apartment had like fresh greenery and plants. I mean, I don't know how old is Venus? Does anyone know? We know that Audrey is one of the younger. She just turned 22. Chris is like 31 years old. He's probably one of the old. I would venture to say they're almost all 26 to 28-ish, if I had to guess. Oh, do you think so? Erica says, I think this new Vanderpump Rules is going for a younger audience. I don't think they're really counting on us old Vanderpump Rules watchers. I can see your point of that, but they have to know, the young people, my kids, that is why I do a podcast with y'all. None of my kids want to watch Housewives with me. Never have. I have 4 daughters. They don't give a rat's ass about the Housewives. They like reality TV, but not the Housewives. My friends don't watch the Housewives, so I have to chat with y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Tiva Tamba says everyone is saying it was a flop, Vanderpump Rules. I mean, I think Lisa is trying to pull something out of her ass and keep the show going. I don't see it. I see it too. I mean, the whole front beginning of episode 2 was this recap of episode 1. I'm like, clearly you're letting us know nobody watched the season premiere because you're recapping all of episode 1. Like, it was literally like I'm literally like fast forwarding going, wait, I've already seen this. It was crazy. Anyways, and then Jason, one of the older ones, tells us that he moved there like 2 years ago to LA. He's trying to make it famous. You know, he's from New Jersey. Then he's telling some people at his table as he's waiting on them, oh, follow me on Instagram. I'm like, I mean, if I were I am a content creator, but I mean, if I were a known content creator and I was at a restaurant and another actor or model knew me and they were telling me to follow them, I would understand that more. But when they filmed this, those people didn't know that he was going to be on the show. Maybe because they saw a camera following him. I don't know. And they're at Sir. They didn't know him yet. Nobody knows. If I have a waiter and I'm just a normie sitting and they tell me follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Like it was just so thirsty and gross. You know what I mean? Oh, and they always tell me they're not there. Now, the time I went to Sir a couple of years ago, we did see a lot of people and they were not filming. It was a Saturday night, if I remember correctly. But we saw Peter working. We saw the man that's the manager, Guillermo or whatever his name is. They all took pictures with us. We saw Lisa Vanderpump's son, Max, working. Who else did we see? But as far as like wait staff and hostesses, we didn't see anybody that we recognized, but we definitely saw at least 3 of them that were totally working there normally. But so many people tell me, I went to Sir, I was in LA and I didn't notice anybody was there working. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like my friends and I went to, and got a drink or maybe it was my husband's 50th birthday in Las Vegas. I can't remember, but probably more than once. We've gone to her restaurants or her bars in Las Vegas because we want to see Garcelle's son working there. You know what I mean? We're like, we want him to wait on us. And you know, we didn't see him. Anyways. Okay. I just thought it was kind of gross. Audrey, like I said last week, she is like Stassi. Like she's so young and into her birthday. She was so cute when she got the lap dance from Chris. I thought it was really cute. Kim and Marcus are a freaking nightmare. Marcus is playing, I don't want to say playing. He's younger than me, so I get it. But he's lost both his parents, his mom and dad, pretty close together. He's pretty young. But even before that, he talks about like getting in fist fights before he was 10 years old, all the issues he had growing up. So he's a difficult person to get along with. So the fact that he's caught drinking at Sir and Lisa was going to talk to him, but then he pulls this, oh, I am going through a lot. I'm grieving my mom and my dad, you know, and Lisa's like, well, talk to your girlfriend Kimberly about this because she's going to care about you and understand. Everyone else, they don't know you. They don't give a shit about you. Totally brags to other people that, you know, that he got out of being punished. You know, it's like the Jax thing. Like he could do all these things wrong. Also, what's his face? DJ James Kennedy. I felt like he could do all these things wrong and he would always somehow get out of it with Lisa Vanderpump. You know what I mean? Oh, Kyle looks so different. Kyle was unattractive. Let's be clear. Tiva Tambo says, I've been watching older episodes of Beverly Hills and wow, all of the women have had a lot of plastic surgery. Lisa and Kyle sure have done a lot. Wait, Lisa Rinna or Lisa Vanderpump? I don't know which Lisa you mean. Kyle looks so different for sure. Like she needed all the work she's got done. Like whoever's done her work has done A-okay on her for sure. Anyways, I'm not opposed to it. Marcus at the end seems to be drinking a lot, you know, no excuse, but that is his way of coping with losing his mom and dad. He's got to get that in check. Lisa's like, I'm setting up a grief counseling session and you're going to go. He is old enough to decide and get the information about a grief counseling session without her. Like that's not, as much as she wants to be like their mommy, no, like he's not 18. Like you can suggest grief counseling to him, but you don't need to set it up for him like she did. I thought that was kind of like babying him a little, crossing the line from employer to employee for sure. Like, but have you seen these old pictures? Cecile says, I would never think that Kyle was unattractive. I mean, she is definitely not unattractive. Kyle Richards. I mean, I can't type today. Kyle Richards. Old pics. I don't know how. I'm the worst. I mean, see, just the way her mouth, I don't know, her mouth, her nose. She looks completely different. Completely different now. Like, I don't know what she had done, but it looks completely different. But genetics are strong in that family because, I mean, Paris, Kim, Kathy Hilton, I mean, they all look alike. I mean, Kyle and Mauricio's kids look like triplets, literally, because the oldest, not Portia, the oldest, Farrah is Kyle and her first husband's kid together. I do too, sort of. Cecile says, I remember Kyle as a child actress. Like, I do remember her. Wasn't she on Little House on the Prairie or something? Exactly. Elizabeth says, my daughters don't watch reality TV either. I have to come here with all of y'all, and I have a daughter in LA too. I know. That's why we have each other, right? So glad we have each other. So I don't know what's going to go on with Marcus. I'm assuming Marcus and Kimberly are going to break up. I'm not opposed to that. I think she needs to figure herself out and not be tied down to him. Breaking up all the dang time and not talking for days on end is so immature, so dumb. I think he needs to work on himself, to keep his job. You know what I mean? Kathy Hilton doesn't even look like her old self. I mean, I've seen a video of her 20-year anniversary party, and she looked pretty. But you're right. You're right. I've seen some pictures of Kathy Hilton where she doesn't look. Tons of plastic surgery and new teeth, Mama Judy says. Yeah. Anyways. Well, we are going to wrap things up. I will see y'all on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Again, make sure you're following me. Make sure you do a 5-star rating and review if you're listening as a podcast. I would so appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button on all my videos. I know you don't think it helps, but it really does. It takes 2 seconds. So see y'all Friday.